Cha-cha! Oh my gosh, you guys. First, and most importantly, I'm very sorry for abandoning you. Please accept my humble apologies. Secondly, Happy New Year! Happy New Year. Let's hope it doesn't suck as much as the last one did. I'm needing to just get started again. It is time to pick up not where I left off because life has changed way too much. Just like a brief recap, about the time that I dropped off was about the time I was getting ready to celebrate my 50th birthday. And someone in the universe decided I needed to experience a car accident before my 50th birthday. So the night before, and there went my Granny Mobile that I was planning to drive into my 70s before my daughter had to wrestle the keys away. So, you can imagine how the summer went. Not wanting to afford a car, not wanting to shop for cars, not wanting to do any of that. Getting excited when you test drove a really cool car, going in to negotiate, and everything being completely different from before COVID. And now you must pay double for our cars, especially if they're used and with broken windshields. But they've gone through certified dealer revamp. Okay. So we finally got a car. Now we have a lemon. It's been in the shop 20 days out of the past 30. I think all of December I had my car for about a week and a half. Had to get a rental for Thanksgiving travel. It was in the shop for Thanksgiving. We got it back the day or two after Christmas, just recently. So, fingers crossed the engine light stays off this time. We shall see. The battery is still not, the EV battery is still not operating the way it should. So, and in between all of that, just life. You know, my little guy's growing up. He's getting stronger than me. He's able to reach locks. So when he wants to go outside now, it's kind of like it was when he was little and we didn't have the locks. And yeah, the house is still in utter disarray. So coming up with a plan, trying to come up with a plan to reignite cleaning this place out and having an actual livable space for everybody to be able to play or do, access the things that they need. So let me show you the current state of the living room, because I think this is where we're going to start, because this is going to be out of here soon, so I can move some things around. We already had to move things around. I had things kind of organized into what I knew was going where and what I needed to sort through, what was like, no, this is obviously staying. And when we moved some of the furniture out of here that we didn't need anymore in order to put this thing up, well, my system went to, there's a lot of stuff. I have no idea. I have to kind of start all over again. Yay. So, this is the living room in its current state. It's a mass of toys and a Christmas tree and more toys and a rug that needs to get thrown away because it has split. Then, and this I would like for it to be, part of my problem is I always get caught up in what I want it to look like, what I want it to be, to try to get that to motivate me. And in the end, it just makes me crazy because I can't seem to get things done quick enough. So, more on that later as well. Anyway, so this I would like to just be like a congregating spot. You could bring a toy or two, but the toys are not, I don't want the toys in this area anymore. Hello, nutcrackers. This area, former homeschooling area. This area is going to be the area where I give my son a space. He'll be getting some equipment soon, some sensory equipment soon, and I'd like to be able just to have a space to like put the rebounder that we have for inside. He's going to get a swing soon, hopefully. So we need this space for that. So this is the curriculum closet, and there is various curriculum over here. And by curriculum, if you've been around here a while, you know we're unschoolers. And by curriculum, I mean all kinds of books. Used books, rare books, just different things that we found for the interests that were there at the time. Now, I do have some curriculum pieces that I am having FOMO over because I'm thinking, oh, I'm homeschooling my son. I may need it. Doesn't necessarily mean that it'll work for him. And it's really hard to source things that aren't encompassing some sort of religious slant, which is important to me. I do not want religion in my math. So, you know, there's things in here that she didn't even use, because who's excited about pre-algebra? Nobody loves pre-algebra. And so I drew it, but never got picked up. And the motivator was, oh, I want to finish my degree at community college, so I guess I have to take my math courses. And what would be 4 years in public school, maybe, 2 or 3 in homeschool, you could drag it out 4 years, was like 2 years. Not even that for her, because she didn't have to take calculus or upper math. She just had to take statistics. So what would have been a 4-year endeavor at high school of math that she didn't need was I think it was 1.5 years or 2 of math that, every quarter, I think for 1.5 years, she took math classes to catch up and then to get to statistics. That was the motivator. So on one hand, I'm like, no, don't get rid of that. It's going to be expensive to replace it, like $50 to replace it or more, especially if it's out of print. But then also, it's taking up space in my life. Okay, not only would I have to store it away, but also I'd have to remember I have it. So, haven't quite figured out where to start yet today, but in the interest of time and just getting back in, I'd obviously love to pull out the boxes and clear off that whole entire bottom shelf and throw the toys that I know we're going to keep on that lower shelf. However, I know that then this will get pushed back there, and those will be the toys that won't be accessible. So I put the brakes on that idea, and I think what we're going to do today is just try to follow the first few steps of one of the books I read last year to try to help myself get a bigger handle on this whole entire thing. So, and it kind of goes back to how I started this. I read How to Keep House While Drowning by Casey Davis, and my daughter's reading it now. It's kind of a game changer for a certain population. She helps you focus in on what to do, right? So you're not running like a crazy person planning all these different things in your head while you're trying to clean up stuff. So I think I'll start there today. I have to review for myself. I know it's something like you look for all the trash and then put it aside. You look for all the laundry and then put it aside. You look for all the dishes and then put it aside. And then you tackle taking care of those things in terms of getting them to the right spot they need to go. Then you start on something else. So I'm going to make a big pass through for those things. I'm probably not going to put them to the side because there's not very much in here of those things. And then I think I'll start on that side. And then we'll go through a box because I need a box cleaned out so that I have a new donation box and I can get rid of things this week. Because that is one of my biggest hurdles I've noticed is I get things ready to get them laundered and give away or whatever, and then they never actually make it to the car. So let's get started. Okay, body double, let's do it. I'm here for you. I hope you're here for me. Let's do it. So I'm gonna start. Okay, so I'm gonna start on this space. I'm looking for things that are trash. This can be trash. This is trash. This is, yeah, this is trash. Trash. Please don't fall back there. Trash. 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 Nobody needs those. Okay. I don't think I see any more trash. Okay. Okay, and then I don't see any dishes over here. So let's move on to the next one. Okay. My kid is using that as a place, and I'll need to build something. Okay, so I don't see any dishes or anything here. This was a pretty crummy way to spend Christmas, as you can imagine, in a room like this with 4 people. Let's do it this way. Okay, let's look here. Trash and dishes. So yeah, this was a pretty crummy way to spend Christmas for people, trying to get their Christmas things opened, and it's just really, really sad. Okay. These are things from my kiddo. Let's see, that's trash. Well, what are these? Oh, it's for that. Okay, so we're going to call this trash. This is trash. This is trash. Okay. All right, trash. That's it. Okay, and here's some dishes. All right. Let's see. Let me grab one of these boxes here. Okay. What I want to do . All right. Okay. Whew. So like one of the things that I want to do is to try to reduce the amount of time I edit, because I don't have a lot of time to edit, and I'm not a monetized channel yet, so I'm not making money in order to be able to hire an editor. So I'd like to try to cut my videos back and not have hours and hours of stuff to go through, and also not have to go through and edit, but also to make them more manageable so that they are something that you can body double with, right? You just pull it up and know when you see a video from me, oh, it's body double. Do I have something I want to work on? So that's kind of what I'm getting into. I'm trying to get into. Might be a little bit of an adjustment. However. Okay. So I'm gonna go through this box and figure out what is donatable in here. Like this. This is donatable. I am not sure what this is. This looks like a curtain. I pulled down our curtains like this, so this gets thrown away. Okay, or like, if it's clean, I guess it gets donated. Directions to the train track that may or may not stay. I'm probably picking the wrong thing to start with, because I'm picking toys and it's going to be very hard. But also, it's making me very sad that my son is having, like, he's starting to get interested in toys and play with toys, but he has no access to his toys. So that's making me very sad. It's kind of driving me nuts because a lot of the toys are so scattered that I don't know how I'm going to donate them on a weekly basis when I work on this. So maybe something where I have to like store them somewhere completely away. I can't use my van to store them in because we have therapy session in there each week. So I have to find some place to store these things so that they can't be played with. Like, let me chat about what I'm thinking about, I guess. So what I'm thinking about is, like, when he was little, he loved these things, and it's so oversized that it was like, wow, right? Okay, well, we have all these, but I don't know where the stem portion of it is, and there's 2 missing rings. If I put these out, or if I find both of those things, or even one of them, and put these on it and leave it to the side, he will play with it and everything will go missing again. So I need to find a place, which I don't have. I don't have an attic, I don't have a basement, I don't have a space that he's not into. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this, but to be able to find something where I can put these aside if I can't find all the pieces would be fabulous. And it's already going to be a little bit crazy because he's going to be with me when I drop this stuff off. So this off to the side. This is trash. This is another thing, like putting things off to the side till you find a majority of them and then declutter them, because you don't know what you've lost. But like these things, this was like a Montessori thing that had all these different types of screws and all different types of screwdrivers and stuff. And do I really expect that I'm going to find all that? Should I just toss it and get a new one and put it off to the side until things are taken care of? That's probably what needs to happen. I mean, I see a few pieces to it, but I don't see any of the screws. And so I don't know how long I want to hold on to these things when it's going to take me, could take me weeks to get through this stuff. And see, like I had a system set up where I had like cars and movable things to sort through later, and all that is out the window. I have no idea where these pieces are. We had boxes that were just trains, and I have no idea where these pieces are. So I think today I'm just going through this box, so I have a donation box. The next time I see you, I will be going through a box that I can put just one type of toy in, and then just keep that rolling so that I can maybe have save a couple more boxes by that point, and that way we have a sorting system that I can do, and the tree will be out of here, so that'll be helpful. But yeah, it's been really bleak. It was nice knowing there was a system and I could come out here and recover it, but now that I can't do that, it is heartbreaking. It's like I spent time cleaning off all the stuff on the landing. The landing was absolutely atrocious, and it had cat puke on it from a cat who died like 3 years ago. And it was all this stuff. Now I'll take ownership of like empty cardboard boxes for our filter, our big filter that we got, room filter. But I mean, there was just stuff, clothing, just bags and bags of all different kinds of things. And then I got that, I spent one night, I was so mad, I spent one night cleaning that all up, and now the landing has a whole bunch of stuff all over it again. And my husband and I keep fighting over where this table, this little end table that I put by the door, so we'd have room to like stick a coffee or a soda on if you're coming in the door and your hands are full and you just need a place to stick something really quick. Well, I'm tired of fighting over where it should go. I put it down by the door, he puts it back up on the landing. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of not being honored where I want things. I'm tired of people not honoring effort that has gone into something, and they think it's all just junk and they don't ask. And so I'm like, okay, guess what? The table's gone. Forget it. I thought I was doing something easy. I thought I was doing something that was thoughtful. It helped me. I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm tired of frustration. I'm just tired of frustration. I'm tired of being mad in my house all the time. So yeah, we're done. So yeah, in here it looks like, boy, I really wish I could find, if I knew where maybe I'll look for that too, and then that'll be the end of this video. These all go to a toolbox that my son used to like to play with. That'll be fun when we find all this stuff and get it isolated to where I know what he likes to play with and what he doesn't, and then start paring things down to like 5 toys out at a time, like 2 really good ones, like the marble run and something, and then, or maybe just the marble runs, and then having like rotating 3 boxes of things. I don't think there's very many people who are gonna want the Russian letters, so I think those are just gonna get tossed. This is from a game. And I think, last time my intent was that I was going to, I had intentions that I was going to sort through everything, because in my mind, I don't want to throw things in the landfill and I can find everything, it's here, nothing's going to get done that way. Nothing, absolutely nothing is going to get accomplished that way. I spent all of last year doing that. Nothing good came of that. Everything that I have done in the kitchen is completely trashed again. Everything I've done in my bedroom, completely trashed again. So these are pieces to Christmas sensory bin. I still have a couple more pieces in there to dig out, and then that is a donate box. Oi! Oof. This is part of my issue. Like, I know last week this was with the ring, the blue ring, and now the blue ring is not here. I've got most of the other rings. So now I have to store something until I find the other two rings, but then my son is going to want to play with it, and there we are. Okay, let's finish this, and we can donate. Okay, so we got some food. Got some food for the kitchen, and just some trash. Okay, so my son is not a big block guy. Those my dad made my daughter when she was little. They were just cut-offs from something that he was building, so I think we'll get those donated, because my son's not a big block guy. He doesn't really play with blocks. He's not a block enthusiast. Okay, these I will need to find another box to put them in. These are going to go away. I'm just going to throw these away. I hate to do that, but at this point I don't really know what my options are. Well, I do know what my options are. Stay like this, because I'm keeping all this stuff until I find every little piece, or clear out what I can't find, and then most like, I'm never going to replace the Russian alphabet things. He doesn't play with that anymore. And if he does start playing with Russian language and videos and things like that, well, then I'll get him another set. They're not, but he's kind of moved on to Spanish now, so okay. All right, I think that's it. So yeah, this is gonna be a huge undertaking. It's not something I'm trying to convince myself that I can handle it, but the way that these last 2 years have gone, I'm not sure that I can handle it by myself, but that's what it is. So I guess if nothing else, this is a humble appeal for old friends on this channel to stay tuned. Hopefully I can get something accomplished out of this for my son and for us. There's little bits of progress that when I see like bins that contain a majority amount of blocks, or like Legos, or a majority amount of puzzle pieces, or train tracks or whatever, right? Those are the little lights that are like the glimmer of hope that it'll be okay. You just have to clean the crap out of here. You just have to clean out the crap that you don't need. And if you're a new parent, I'm telling you, the biggest piece of advice I could give you, forget the Love Every boxes. They are cool, they look cool, but go to, now that they are not a new thing, go to marketplace, go to yard sales, go to the thrift store, and just find the pieces that relate to you and your child instead of getting a box every month. I thought it was going to be a good way to do like some OT type play, and it is just, it's the same thing as school. Not every kid is ready to play with every toy that they say they should be ready to play with at 24 months. So then your house just fills up with things that are unusable, and when they do get looked at and tossed or whatever, then you lose pieces, and then you don't have anything anymore when you really do need it. It's absolute waste of money. Just everything like that is just a waste of money. Stick to your marketplace and your thrifted finds. Okay, so I am going to let you go here, and we'll see you next week. If I get another chance to clean out another box, you'll see me again this week. But I don't have high hopes on that because it is a busy week. So I'll talk to you guys later. I hope everything is going well where you are. Despite the absolute chaos, the current climate that is the United States, and the absolute drag that it is waking up every morning and saying, what did we do? Who did we kidnap? If you're working on some kind of project and getting back into it again this year, let me know in the comments.